up in Hawaii, lived in California, and then moved to Paris about 4 years ago. This is Isabel Carolyn Green. She's going to be here in about a week. It's much more different than in the States. The first thing you have to do is you take your pregnancy test, and then you have to have a doctor give you a déclaration de grossesse. And you have to do that within the first 3 months. It's very important and something that obviously we don't do in the States. And all it is a form after you get a blood test that they're verifying that you're pregnant. Then you've got to give it to the CAF. And it's all regulated by the government, but they're very specific about the process. From there, you have to, within your first trimester, choose a hospital. You have the choice between public or private, and there are many clinics that you can go to. The public system here is amazing. And being an American, you would obviously assume that we want to go private because we feel like we get a higher degree of service, but that's not the case here. So I went back to the States for Christmas for 2 months and was obviously late in my return. And after the first trimester, obviously, because that's how we do things in America, we don't choose your hospital in the first 3 months of, finding out that you're pregnant. And I came back to find out that it's very, very, very difficult to get into a hospital. They're all booked. Luckily, I have a doctor here that is Canadian, and she's got a good friend at the Franco-Britannic Hospital who found out that my husband is British. If you have British citizenship, you cannot be turned away. They monitor you 10 times more than they monitor you in the US, and that's for standard pregnancies. But you have to have, visits every month or every 2 weeks, depending. You have to have monthly blood tests, which we don't have in the States. We have more ultrasounds here than they do in the States, and they're much more comprehensive than what they're doing. The difference also here is that when you're in the States, you go to your doctor, and your doctor does everything for you. Okay, your doctor will have your blood drawn with a nurse there. You will have your ultrasounds with your doctor, etc. And that your doctor in the States follows every step. Here you have to go out to different clinics, or you have to go to different departments to do all of this. You can have an ultrasound in one arrondissement, and then the next ultrasound's on the other side of the city, or your blood test can be taken in these tiny little clinics. If you go to the doctor and you have a test that they've given you something for, you've got your prescription, you might actually have to go to the pharmacy in advance to pick up one portion of that and come back to the doctor so that way they give you the rest of the test. I've been told that I'll spend 3 days in the hospital, and that they teach you basically everything that you're supposed to know about being a mother. They're much more in control of your exams, whereas in the States, if there's a problem, you come back. You might have a 1 month visit, a 3 month visit. Here it's after 7 days, after 14 days, and then you might go twice a week in your 3rd week. It might be considered over the top, but they really want to make sure that you and the baby are doing fine.